Hi, my name's Dan and this is the Q&A for the recent film Temporal Stasis. I spent some time on this project and I was impressed by the level of detail put into it, and I hope you enjoyed it too. For this video, I'm answering questions asked by audiences who have viewed this product, so I will begin with one of the questions. Which scene took the longest? The scene I'm showing now is the part where I'm running in the field. The reason this took a long time is because of the people walking in the shot. Now, while that may seem harmless, it's dangerous considering the fact that you can be sued by people who appear in a shop without consent. That also goes for pets as well, which is a bit weird. And another question made by the audience is, what was your favourite scene in the film? Well, basically when it ended. No, I'm joking. Simply put, it's the part where I run into the camera and hit the door. It's a very nice touch of comedy as well as the beginning to the actual story where nothing appears to be normal at first, but is only set up for the worst later in the film. Now, bear in mind, I ran into the camera that my mum was holding, so there were only a few takes to avoid giving her a broken nose. For the third question, what scene would you change? The scene I would change would be the end part where the music was apparently too loud and the characters couldn't be heard at all, so that would be changed. But also, the bigger change would be at the end also. I say this because my script had made the protagonist speak to his father one last time. At the end scene would be the character firing at the scientist within the room, but that never came around due to a lack of attendees and time. For the fourth question, what scenes would you improve? Going back to the part where I run into my mum holding the camera, I would basically try to stop smiling in the shot, as it looks obvious that I'm contemplating the irreparable damage I will cause to the camera woman. Did you enjoy making this film? Well, yeah, I did enjoy making this film. It put my editing and filmmaking skills to the test, and I managed to succeed in every criteria. I look forward to making other films in hopes that it would provide me a better experience for editing, as well as understanding the advanced tricks to provide a more entertaining view for the content, as well as its audience. Another question by the film team. What camera equipment did you use? Well, basically I just used my own phone, which is an iPhone 13 with added HDR capability, which makes the scenes much more crisp and clear, though while I don't have the necessary funds or needs to buy a Blackmagic camera, my phone works just fine, but I am looking to upgrade to something even better. What was the motivation behind this film? Well, simply put, I made another film that was the prequel to this one, and it's called Insanity's Paradox, which was a film I made back in Level 3 Media when COVID had struck. I was supposed to do a group project where I would make a film with my college friends in it, but however I couldn't due to social distancing, and COVID was a bit rampant back then. So, I produced it. And because of how successful that film was, I made this one to commemorate the other film. And finally, how would you change the sound? So a brief look at what I mentioned before when the music was too loud for the character to speak is a reminder to look through the footage before it's presented to the audience. So in this case, I would be more careful in my next film, should I include music that could deafen the conversation or important vocals made. And with that said, that's all the questions I've received from my audiences. I thank you all for watching this film and would use these questions to further improve my abilities. Thank you very much. Have a good one.